what we're doing is we're putting the seeds in the ground, nourishing and caring for those plants as they grow and building a relationship to the place around here. This was a sandy, weedy lot 3 years ago filled with trash. This is something that we have just been caring to have youth learn how to grow their own food. My name is Austin Luce, and we are at the Montbello Spiral Garden. I'm a community member of the Spiral Garden. I started with a group of kids in 2020. Over the last 3 years, last year we counted over 80 people that walked through the garden. I've been an educator for many, many years, and since I was a tiny little girl, I've never understood why we don't have connection with the earth. And because I understood when I was little how much the earth feeds us, and it clothes us, and it gives us everything, our heat, everything, our water, like literally life.
I think it's important to share all of this because a lot of people don't really understand the importance of like the small things, especially with the environment. Gardening isn't something everyone does, and I feel as though it's very vital to the world because that's how we get our food, and it could be a lot more helpful to those in need. And we essentially just build it up and hoping to build a better community. So we held a few solstices, and then also just came in every Monday, put in the work of like wheelbarrowing mulch and planting new plants in all the spirals.
As far as the farm is concerned, this is a food desert. You know, there is no grocery store within walking distance, you know, and I personally believe that it's awesome to give a man a fish, but it's better to teach him how to fish.
This is a winter solstice event. So what we've started doing is really coming together and sharing and learning about the cycles of the sun and the earth. And so the kids learn about the shortest and longest days of the year.
Strengthening your connection to your heart. Let's take 3 more big breaths.
The meditation I like, in my opinion, when people who don't really know each other very well come together, it's really a good idea to do a grounding exercise and to reconnect to the earth, which, you know, helps us to connect to each other. The significance of the winter solstice, well, first of all, it is the shortest day of the year. You know, so on the solstice, we have the longest night. And in some spiritual systems, that night, you know, signifies spirit or time to connect with spirit. The solstice and the 4 days leading up to the solstice are really a time to kind of minimize TV and computers and really just go within and slow down and try to reconnect with the earth.
Winter solstice for us is really a settling in, and this also goes back to a lot of indigenous perspectives. We're painting art messages of love and welcomeness on all of the tops of the stumps, which we have is our classroom essentially. And we're gonna put those in the front of the garden, so when you walk in, you're greeted by messages of welcomeness, because we really feel like it's important to not have gates and locks and limit gardens. Like that's the opposite of what we want to do.
I already loved gardening because I did a few horticulture clubs. Working here has taught me a lot more about the environment, allowing me to raise more environmental awareness. So I've done a few things like gardening clubs at my school just to like recreate this process and help others get the same education that I got. My wish for this spiral garden would be to bring in as many people as possible. We already do so much, and there's so many people here, which is amazing. But I think that one of the main messages of this garden was to bring community together. So if we could bring in some more people, that would be phenomenal.
We need to learn about Mother Earth because Mother Earth helps us and like kind of speaks to us in a different way, and you'll know it when you see it. Like Mother Earth is like important to everyone. She helps people when they're sad, and like when they're sad, she like speaks to them and gives them a hug.